And of course, less than an hour before I have to go to work, at Del Rey's Star Wars Twitter handle and the Star Wars Show both announce simultaneously a new book by Timothy Zahn, Thrawn Treason. The now third book in the Thrawn now canonical trilogy? Question mark, maybe? And I'm going to give you my slightly unexcited thoughts, if I'm being honest, about this book. I'm always ready for more Star Wars content. Always. Because even if I'm not excited for it, somebody else probably is. And that makes me happy that there's something out there for everyone. There's enough Star Wars getting pumped out by Lucasfilm and Disney and Del Rey and EA that there's going to be something for absolutely everybody. Now, with that being said, Thrawn has begun to win me over with the canonical books. If I'm being completely honest, I could say that I did not like most of Thrawn's Legends appearances. The Thrawn trilogy didn't do a lot for me. The Thrawn duology I actively dislike. The only one that I can think of that I actually kind of liked from Legends was Outbound Flight. The reason why I have such an issue with Legends Thrawn is that Thrawn is so smart. He's so intelligent. He is so prepared and knowledgeable that he feels like an omnipresent threat, which having our protagonists being threatened is a good thing. However, he's so threatening. Anything that our heroes do is completely inadequate. It is completely invalidated. The Thrawn trilogy, and especially the Thrawn duology, to me felt like hours and 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 more hours of our heroes kind of just flailing about and eventually accidentally doing a thing that Thrawn can't predict, and then he loses. I mean, Thrawn isn't even in the Thrawn duology. Quick spoiler, books are like 20-something years old now, I think, so I don't think that's too bad for me to bring this up, but in the Thrawn duology, Thrawn isn't even in it. It is literally 40 plus hours of audiobooks, because I listen to a lot of my books via Audible. 40 frickin' hours of Weekend at Bernie's going on in the Imperial Remnant, where somebody is pretending to be Thrawn, and then the New Republic and the big three from the original trilogy, Luke, Han, and Leia, panicked, running around screaming like chickens with their heads cut off, and then the person that figures out that Thrawn is an that the imposter for Thrawn is an imposter is Pellaeon, Thrawn's original captain, Thrawn's original second in command, who's an Imperial. Thrawn frustrates me as a character. He's too perfect at what he does, and he cannot be countered except by luck. And even canonical Thrawn is kind of the same thing. In the season finale for season 3 of Rebels, they got lucky, which is fine. And then what I like the most about canonical Thrawn is that in Rebels season 4, his defeat is not because of luck. It's because Ezra has so much heart and so much passion and such a deep, meaningful connection with himself and with the Force and with the galaxy around him and with his newfound family that he finds a way, he makes a way to kick Thrawn off of his home planet. Now, to get back to this original announcement for Thrawn Treason, the one thing that I'm concerned with is with the setting and with at least the way my brain kind of predicts storytelling. To give you guys the blurb from the tweet from the Del Rey Star Wars Twitter handle, Summer 2019, Thrawn Treason by Timothy Zahn. Set before the finale of Rebels, Thrawn's Imperial loyalty is tested. He crosses paths with Orson Krennic, I know how words work, and his protege Eli Vanto returns with dire warnings about Thrawn's homeworld. What I'm scared of is that, Thrawn meant to lose on Lothal. He knew that Ezra was going to hyperspace him and give him an out to escape to the unknown regions. It was all part of his grand master plan. And I hate that idea. I will, for only the second time in my Star Wars fandom, I would be angry. First time being my first time walking out of Rogue One. I would be genuinely upset if that's what this Thrawn Treason book ends up giving us. That it will introduce a new meta in which Ezra didn't win by being a good hero. Thrawn let him win because, well, Thrawn is so intelligent that he just is a magician, apparently. And it just, that's all I can think of right now as an initial reaction to this book's announcement. Now, with that being said, there is one bit about this that I am incredibly excited for, and that is the return of Eli Vanto. Eli Vanto was not in Thrawn Alliances, but he was in the first Thrawn canon book, entitled Thrawn, and I love that character. I still enjoy the first Thrawn book more than I enjoy Alliances. Alliances is fine, but the first Thrawn book, I cared about Eli. Thrawn was kind of even Thrawn felt kind of like an aside character to me. I was more interested in Eli's story and how Eli pushed forward through and with Thrawn's legacy, Thrawn's building legacy. Seeing a lowly, rural analog type character who just wants to get his job in inventory management and logistics ends up growing into a masterful tactician. That right there, really, really, really compelling for me personally. And getting to see more of Eli will alone justify this purchase, even if I get annoyed at the obsession with Thrawn sometimes. But anyways, I need to get this video edited and uploaded to you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for your patience. I know my upload schedule has been a little bit, well, not a schedule, just kind of randomly every few weeks, maybe I managed to get a video up. And I wanted to have the first video in a few weeks be the Resistance review catch-up video that I'm working on right now. But, well, Lucasfilm and Del Rey had other ideas. Pretty soon, I will be switching over to first shift at work, and I will actually be able to have a human sleeping schedule and, in theory, be able to put more energy into the content. Thank you guys, as always, for your patience and your time, and as always, may the Force be with you guys. Take care.